Hey everybody, Neil McNeil here, and this week's theme on That's Gay is my first kiss. My first kiss went a little like this. So my first kiss ever was actually a girl. Her name was Danielle. It was the 7th grade and we were in this like 2-week long relationship where we went to a school dance together one night and ended up kissing at the end of the night, and the next day she broke up with me. But since that story is incredibly boring, I'm gonna tell you the tale of my first kiss with a guy. So if you recall in my first crush video, I had this long-standing crush my freshman year of high school on this straight boy, and I was absolutely crushed when he didn't reciprocate my feelings. I mean, back then I really should have understood that he wasn't gay, so there was no way in hell that he was ever going to fall for me, but I was still a little devastated. So during finals week, after I confessed my love to this boy my freshman year, I was a little down in the dumps. And I ended up chatting up this guy in my class who it was rumored that he was bisexual. It was kind of a weird, like, nobody really knew if this was true or not, but people had their theories. He was like one of the bad boys in school. He wore one of those pocket chains. He had long hair. He was a little bit rough around the edges, but everyone thought he was very handsome. It was just, he was kind of from the wrong side of the tracks. So I somehow got his screen name from a friend or a friend of a friend, and IM'd him and asked him, you know, just like, what's up? How you doing? Like, it's me. Remember we used to hang out a lot when we were in elementary school. And it eventually came up in conversation where he asked me if I was in fact gay. Like I said, my coming out was kind of a rolling process during my freshman year of high school, but by the end of it, I was pretty much open with my sexuality with my entire school. So I caved and told him yes, and he said, oh, that's cool. Did you know that I'm bisexual? And at this point, fireworks are going off in my head. I'm like, yes, this could be a boy that I eventually date. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was very excited at the time at the prospect of, you know, anything happening with another guy. I had never experienced any sort of sexual chemistry with anybody of the same gender, so this was brand new territory for me, and I was so stoked. And we ended up getting into the conversation of how we were both nervous for our social studies final, which was at the end of the week, I think. He asked me if I wanted to come over to his house after our math final the next day to study for it, but in my mind, I kind of figured that we weren't going to be getting any studying done. So we took the bus back to his place after our math final, and when I got there, I realized that his parents aren't home. They said that they were out, and I think he knew that they would be out, which is why he invited me over in the first place, and then he took me up to his bedroom to study. I got all my notes laid out, I had everything prepared, I was ready to, you know, actually get a little bit of studying done, but the first thing he does is sits me down on his bed and starts to kiss me. Now, I was completely floored. I had no idea what to do. He had obviously done this before with another member of the same gender, but I had never been in this sort of situation. So I just kind of went with it, and one thing led to another, and there was fondling, there was touching, and it kind of went on for I think about half an hour before I really broke down and said, you know what, no, this isn't right. I had a feeling that it was going in that direction of he wanted to do more sexual stuff with me, but I was so new to all of this. I had just come out and I didn't want to push my own boundaries. So I respectfully stopped him and said, hey, do you mind if we don't take this any further? And to my surprise, he was totally okay with that. He respected my boundaries and allowed me to go on my way. I got my stuff, went down the road to my friend Ashley's place, and ended up studying there with her. It was such a strange scenario because I was still coming into my own, and I really knew that if given the opportunity, I could have had that sort of sexual relation with this boy, but I recognized that I was too young to be making those sort of decisions and allowing that stuff to happen, so I stopped it. My hair has been sticking up this entire video, hasn't it? All in all, my first kiss was very important to me because it taught me the value of personal boundaries. It taught me to look for the people who are going to respect you and respect those boundaries, and when you're not feeling comfortable with the situation, will allow you to leave in a respectful manner. Since then, I have gone on to kiss many, many frogs, but haven't exactly found the right prince, but that's not gonna stop me. This video may be over, but let's keep the conversation going. Leave me a comment below telling me about your first kiss, whether it was with the same gender or not. Be sure to subscribe and tune in tomorrow for Jesse's video about his first kiss. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, go follow me, and until next time, I will catch you later, nerds.